So we finished our winter retreat about a week and a half ago, but I still thought today to talk about our unrealistic expectations of our mind and the phenomena that we observe in the mind. So during the winter retreat, our trainees in blue, our anagarikas, were also leading the morning motivations in the meditation hall. And one morning, one of them said, I'm guessing all of you know that my mind is not filled with rainbows, flowers, and unicorns. There's a lot of judgment and criticism. And at that moment, I felt like turning around and saying, I'm glad your mind is not filled with rainbows, unicorns, and flowers, because that's what's in the mind of my 4-year-old niece. She's obsessed with unicorns, and she's 4, and she's not practicing the Dharma. Yeah, I mean, if you're 34 and still thinking about unicorns, there's a problem, I think. So yes, it's very interesting that when we first sit to meditate or we enter into a retreat, we're expecting to see, I don't know what we're expecting, probably like pleasant feelings, right? Why else would we be doing this? Yeah, you're expecting light and love and bliss, as Venerable often says. At least just feel relaxed, yeah? And then what do we encounter? Not unicorns, rainbows, flowers, but judgmental mind or whatever afflictions are up for us that day. And I think it's so curious that we are shocked or surprised by this. At least I am, still. Yeah, and I think that definitely arises from ignorance and some arrogance, right? Because we've heard these teachings again and again and again, yeah, about what the minds of ordinary sentient beings are like. And it's very clear I have not generated spontaneous bodhicitta of any kind. I don't have anything close to an inferential realization of emptiness. So of course, when I sit to try and meditate, I'm just going to encounter the mind of an ordinary sentient being, afflictions. So why am I so surprised by this, or even horrified? Because every retreat we have some kind of object, right? Often for the 3-month retreats, we're focusing on a deity practice. When I look back, I can remember the affliction I'm working with for each retreat. Maybe more so than the deity. Maybe the deity practice was like 5%. I don't know. The rest of the retreat was like anger or attachment, doubt, And that was really the struggle of that whole retreat. And it's like, oh, right, Manjushri, thanks. So that's been my past experience of retreats. So this year, our retreat was on the 4 establishments of mindfulness. And I mainly focused on the Satipatthana Sutta, the sutta on the 4 establishments of mindfulness, following the translation by Bhikkhu Analayo, and sometimes referring to the word commentary. And so I just worked my way through it slowly. And what really struck me this time was when I got to the mindfulness of the mind, right? Where the instruction looks so simple, right? A monastic knows, when a monastic knows a lustful mind, he or she thinks, yeah, this is a lustful mind. Or a monastic knows, there's anger in the mind, this is angry mind. That is not what I'm thinking when I'm attached or angry. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're also supposed to observe when the mind is free from attachment or free from anger, to just note, right? When my mind is attached, I'm not thinking, yeah, this is a mind of attachment. I'm thinking, this is so good. I want more. How can I get more of this, right? Or thinking back to the past, that was so wonderful. Why did I give it up? Yeah, how can I get it back, right? Or thinking, that's going to be so great. If I get something in the future, how can I get it now? I want it now. Yeah, I don't have the cognizance or the introspective awareness very often to just recognize, there's attachment arising in the mind. And even when we move to a monastery, right, where hopefully you're kind of separated from most objects of attachment, it still comes up around virtuous objects, right? Like, I want to get ordained. Now! Yeah. Venerable, I'm going to make my 3 requests. Venerable, ordain me now. Venerable, ordain me now. Venerable, ordain me now. No! What? But I'm so sincere, Venerable. I served the monastery from 7 in the morning to 11 at night. I know it's against the rules past 10, but I still serve the monastery. I've given you my life savings. If you need a kidney, I'll give one to you. Will you ordain me now? No. No. I'm so sincere.
can go and they'll ordain you right now. Go.
Why are you ordaining those other people first?
Because I feel like it.
No. And I am the better practitioner. For the rest of my life, I have to stand behind the lousy practitioner.
You are showing me why you are not fit to be ordained.
And so forth.
It's not ordained behavior.
I will sell my kidneys. Just ordain me.
Well, you go sell your kidneys.
So forth, right? We torment ourselves like this. In the middle of that, how likely are we to pause and think, oh, this is a mind of attachment, right? And recognize it for what it is. Or this is a mind of anger, or this is a mind of jealousy. I will say I'm still functioning in the past tense a lot. Oh, that was anger. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I said that. That was anger. And that's the best I can do right now. Yeah. So just recognizing that in the practice itself, that, hey, this is not as simple as it looks, right? Like a few sentences. It takes tremendous effort. And same when the mind is without attachment, then I'm like, oh, I'm bored. Okay, another session, but just, okay. I don't think, oh, here's the mind free of attachment. How wonderful. Yeah. And so I think that naturally leads on then to the mindfulness of phenomena and, starting to look at how after we've recognized these different states of mind, then what are the antidotes we can apply? Yeah, so we learn to recognize the hindrances, what to do when they arise, how to deal with them when they are well and alive in the mind, and how they cease, looking at the causes and conditions for all these different phenomena. And so as I was working through the list this year, when I got to the 7 factors of awakening, my mind just went blank. That was a real surprise. I looked at the list and I just had the thought, oh, I don't have these. And oh no, right? I don't have mindfulness, I don't have investigation of dharmas, there's no tranquility whatsoever. Yeah, I kind of went into a panic. But thankfully, I think I've set enough retreat to know, okay, that's the same old affliction I've had with many, many cases. I think Venerable talked about this morning, I am a failure, I'm a failure, I'm a failure, I'm a failure. Oh, I don't have these things, I'm never going to make it, blah, blah. So it was good to just recognize that and, not panic and give up on the practice altogether. Those thoughts arose and just think, okay, let's just move on. So I've moved on and, we get into the 4 truths and so it's just working on those in the mindfulness of phenomena. What was nice was at the end of retreat to kind of circle back, and I thought, okay, let's try again. Let's check out this list. And it was not so frightening after all. It's like, oh, no, that, the affliction passed basically. And with some study and recognition, it's like, no, I do have a little bit of mindfulness. Yeah, we don't have to get down on ourselves or discouraged. So I think that often comes up, right? When we come face to face with what's actually in the mind, either judging it, being horrified by it, but that's still better than being completely overwhelmed and having no awareness whatsoever. Yeah, and being discouraged or just learning to recognize all these different states of mind. So I found that such a helpful exercise during the retreat, and it's hard to maintain as we move into post-retreat kind of, my mind back to up and down, but it's definitely a practice I want to just keep coming back to. And in closing, I thought to remind us of the joke that Venerable Children told us during one of the Shantideva teachings, which is, what is the difference between God and a doctor? Right? God knows he's not a doctor. And in the same vein, Lama Tsongkhapa, I believe, in the graduated stages on the path to awakening, the Lamrim Chenmo, he asks, what's the difference between a wise person and a foolish person? A wise person knows they are foolish. So may we continue to grow in our wisdom as we kind of, try and imbibe the insights or experiences we've had this retreat and to take them forward into our daily lives here.